We're going to talk about monomials, polynomials, and we're going to model them using, these are called algebra tiles. Okay? We already talked about it a little bit, but let's do it again. What's this mean? Negative x squared. Don't say negative x2. Negative x squared. The yellow big block is negative x squared. What's this mean? Positive x squared. Okay? Now, we already talked about, we're not going to say positive x squared, we're going to say what? Just x squared. Okay? What's this green thin one? Positive x. What's the red thin one? Negative x. Now, I wrote it up here. The square block that's red is negative x. The square box that is blue is positive x squared. The red thin block is negative x. The green thin block is positive x. The yellow tiny square, which is right here, is what? 1. This is 1. The red tiny square is what? Negative 1. Now, we talked about this a little bit ago. This is x squared. This is x squared. Together it's 2x squared. Okay? This is negative x squared, negative 2x squared. You understand that? Okay? Now the same applies for these. This is positive x because it's green, positive x because it's green, negative x, but together negative 2x, positive 2x. You understand that? Okay. Now if we took two small yellow ones, that'd be 2. Do you understand? Now, you need to know that this block is negative x squared, this is positive x squared, negative x, positive x, 1, negative 1. I've said it about 6 times. I'm saying it because it's important. Now, the next definition you're going to need to know is monomial and polynomial. Okay? Now, let me show you what those mean. This right here is a monomial. This right here is a monomial. Did you hear me? What's this? What's this? Now, the word mono means 1. Okay? This means 1. Okay? So monomial means 1 term. Okay? 1 term. This is 1 term. This is 1 term. You understand? Now, if I put a plus in between them, now it's 2 terms, so it's no longer a monomial. What is it? A polynomial. Poly means more than 1. Y'all heard of a polygamist? That's someone with more than 1 wife? Okay? A polynomial is more than 1 term. You understand that? Okay? So I'm going to write it down. You tell me monomial, polynomial. Kelvin, what's that? Monomial. Shane, what's this? What's this? It's just 1. Monomial. Say it. Okay. Now, if I add them together, now what is the whole thing? Polynomial. When you add 2 terms, you have created a polynomial. Okay. Jeremy Honor, what is this? Monomial. What is this, Jeremy Honor? Monomial. When I add them together, it's a polynomial. Okay? Now, they want us to make, out of function tile, algebra tiles, the number 3. Well, they just took positive 1, positive 1, positive 1, and when you add them all up, what do you get? 3. So the way you represent the number 3 with your tiles is right there, 3. Okay? They want us to do negative 4x. How do you think you do negative 4x? You take 4 of these thin red ones. This is negative 1x. So 4 of them would be what? Negative 4x. Now the way they represent that on the board is like this. Negative x, negative x, negative x, negative x. How many are there? 4. So this is negative 4x. Okay? Now they want us to do x squared minus 2x plus 1. Okay? So this is how I want you to draw it in your homework. X squared is a square block, and you just write x squared in it. Okay? Minus 2x. When you do lead change opposite, it's the same as negative 2x. So you draw two of them. 1, 2. And you write negative x in each one. Negative x makes what? Negative 2x. And then how do you do 1? One little block with a 1 in it. So this whole thing together, x squared plus negative 2x plus 1. X squared plus negative 2x plus 1. We just modeled this. Is this a monomial or polynomial? Polynomial using algebra tiles. Okay, let's keep going. See, they did the same thing I did. Right there. Okay, now. Kelvin, what's this mean? 2x. Very good. What's it? Now the question is, what does this mean? Jeremy? Positive x squared. Good. Shane, what's this mean? Negative 3x. Very good. There's 3 of them. They each mean negative x. Alright, so we need to tell what this means. Kelvin, what's this? X squared, and it says make it a monomial or a polynomial. What's this, Marbricia? Good, Shane. What's this mean, Josh? 2. Good. See? 1, 2. Now, in between them each, what do you put? A plus sign. So you just made a polynomial out of this. You following me? Okay. So what about this one? Ashley, what is this one? You just tell me the whole thing.
X squared.
X squared.
Negative 3x.
Negative 3x. 1. And in between each, what do you put? A plus. Now, do you notice that there's no pluses in between these? When you have the tiles, you don't have to put a plus in between. Only when you write it as a polynomial. What about this one, Shane? Tell me the whole thing.
Negative x2.
Negative x squared. I just went through the whole thing with him. Negative x squared.
X squared plus 2x plus 3.
Good. That's it. Algebra tiles into a polynomial. Okay? Now, here they want you to draw algebra tiles out of the monomial or polynomial. How would you draw this?
4 squared.
4 squares. You want 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in each one of them, are they positive or negative? Negative. So negative x squared, negative x squared, negative x squared, negative x squared. When you add them all together, you get negative 4x squared. You understand that? What about this one? 5x. There's no squared involved here. So you got 5 skinny ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then how do you do 2? 2 little squares. Now, on your tiles, these would all be red because it's negative. So we're going to write below it negative x. This is negative x. This is negative x. This is negative x. This is negative x. Okay? This is 1. This is 1. So we know negative 5x plus 2. On the last one, how do you write 3x squared? 3 big squares. 1, 2, 3. How do you write this? 1 skinny one. And how do you write this? 2 little ones that are what? Negative. So negative 1 makes negative 2. X, and then x squared, x squared, x squared. All together, this is 3x squared plus x plus negative 2, which is what you got here. So you're making these into algebra tiles.